श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा की जय। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा जी. If possible, please chant along with me. One round I will do. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. So guys, uh, who all are watching this video and who all are going to watch this video, so Hare Krishna Mahamantra is a divine chant, is a divine mantra, right? It is called Mahamantra, right? The king of all the mantras, right? And if chanted, right, 108 times, which is called one round is equal to 108 times. If chanted, then it will cleanse the consciousness, right? The consciousness which has gone dirty by, we mix with the world, and the world has a lot of complexities. We mix with the people, right? And our consciousness, what happens, gradually it gets contaminated by the external situations, factors, right? And by mixing with a different kind of people, that consciousness we can rejuvenate, we can make it fresh, and right, we will feel happy from within when we chant this mantra, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, right? So it's really important in today's age and time, right? We keep our consciousness clean, like a clean slate. We can keep it like that by meditation, by lots of practices are there, by meditation, by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. This is called the king of all the mantras, Mahamantra. You can chant this, okay? Right? By doing these practices, we can keep our mind, the senses, and our consciousness clean, right? So that we can easily, go out in the world and easily do our daily transactions, right? It will become proper. Our life will become smooth, right? Instead of very bumpy ride that happens, that is expected of life these days and of the people that are there in the society, right? Normally people are after Maya, right? They are after Bhog. Bhog is nothing but fulfillment of the senses, right? Senses, I want sensory pleasures. But the sensory pleasures, are they giving us happiness in the long run? The mind and the senses, they are running after the sensory pleasures, right? You are seeing something, hearing something, tasting something, right? And the touch, right? These are the five senses. Along with the mind, they run after the worldly things. But till now, in our experience, we haven't got any satisfaction, because we have seen a lot of things in our life, lot of experiences we have in our life. Still, the mind and the senses is still craving after these things. It is not satisfied. So the conclusion is, no matter how much you run after the worldly things, it will never be satisfied, because the nature of the mind is such that it can never be satisfied, right? Just like you put oil in the fire, more oil you put in the fire, it will burn more and more, right? It will never come down. The fire will never be put down, right? The mind and the senses are like that, right? So what we have to do, instead of turning the mind towards these worldly things, we have to turn the mind towards antarmukhi. We call it antarmukhi in Sanskrit. We have to turn the mind inwards. When we turn the mind inwards and put the attention of the mind towards the inner consciousness, then the satisfaction that it gets is permanent satisfaction. Outside world, the satisfaction is 5 minute satisfaction, right? You eat one burger, 5 minutes you get satisfaction, then after that again back to your stomach is very bad, and then again back to normal. But permanent, real satisfaction is when we turn our senses, the mind, the attention of the mind, which is always outwards, looking for happiness in the outside world, right? The outside world gives a false promise of happiness, right? It gives a false promise of happiness, but that happiness is not real happiness, right? Because it doesn't stay for a long period of time. The real happiness is within. When we turn our mind and the attention of the mind within, the satisfaction that the mind gets by having its attention within, attention where? to the inner consciousness. And how can we do that? By chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Right? Krishna consciousness. By making our consciousness tuned towards the divine consciousness which is already within in our hearts. Right? We have to turn our senses towards it. Only then we'll get permanent satisfaction. That satisfaction which the mind is looking towards, from is expecting from the people outside and the world outside, is actually there inside our hearts. Right? And how to unlock that is by chanting and meditation. Right? So guys, in this session I did one round of chanting which you guys can do. Right? On your own you can do. Right? You can buy this beads. Okay, beads are nothing but, I will show you, these are tulsi beads which you can buy. These, it has 108 beads and you can count. Right? This is a guru bead. Right? This, in this guru bead, what we can do, we can call all the, like in our parampara, in the Vaishnav parampara, we have this chant of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. So we chant by holding this guru bead, we chant this mantra, and then we hold it like this, and gradually we uh, touch every bead and chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Like that, we do all the 108 rounds. That is the one round. 108 times equal to one round. That we can do, right? And it is a very fulfilling process. It will bring happiness, true happiness that you can feel first time in your life, right? And you can put it in practice every day, right? Instead of expecting happiness, false happiness that the world sells you, right, in all the shops. So it's better to turn inwards, use these spiritual practices that has been given to us, handed out to us by our forefathers, the spiritual masters, right? So let's utilize these techniques and methods. Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we can practice it daily. Daily one round we can practice it, and gradually we can increase it to 2 rounds, 3 rounds accordingly. And it is recommended that we do 16 rounds every day. But we can start, at least we can do a starting one round we can do, right? This we can purchase in Amazon or nearby any ISKCON mandir is there, ISKCON temple is there, right? So you can head over to there and buy these beads and these bags, and you can just start doing, and you will know the difference. So guys, so this was the session that I thought of doing live. Okay, so see you in my next session. Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna.